How's it going, everybody? David here, and welcome to the Best Damn Reaction channel on YouTube. And today I'm going to be reviewing Straight Outta Compton.
So many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?
My overall impression of the film was, holy fucking shit, this shit is awesome, man. Honestly, like, I went in there expecting kind of like rags to riches tale, you know, something like that, and it was just gonna be like showing how they became famous and stuff like that. But they honestly talked about a lot of stuff that you know, it was very controversial. You know, you see how people, particularly black people, get treated, especially in like LA. You know, there's a bunch of scenes where like one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie is cops are harassing the N.W.A, and then like 5 minutes later, what's his name, Ice Cube's like, yo, I wrote a song, and it's fuck the police. Like, that was just, it was an awesome scene to see them recording it and all that. And it was just damn, it was a very well put together film. Gary Gray directed it. He directed it perfectly. Let me break it down a little bit for you guys. It was not a perfect film. There were things that I didn't like, and I will say this, like, this movie, it kind of falls apart towards the end. At the first two acts, the beginning and the middle, they are awesome. You know, they set everything up so perfectly. Everything is going so well. All the actors are given like A+ performances. It's just such a well put together film. And then once you get to the end, like when I would say that when Ice Cube leaves the group, that's in the movie, that's when things start kind of getting like, they start showing all kinds of like, we see Snoop Dogg for some reason, and like Snoop Dogg, he was involved with like Dr. Dre and all that. That's the capacity that he was in the film. He was a friend of Dre's, like they met and they recorded some songs together. But like, I was hoping that it would strictly be about the core group and how they fell apart and stuff like that. But they start showing all kinds of other stuff, you know, and like I said, towards the end, it's kind of more jumbled. So the ending did fall apart on me a little bit. That's up to you guys, how you guys want to view it. If you guys like the end or not, go ahead and let me know. But towards the end, it did kind of feel to me like it's almost like the director, Gary Gray, took a leave of absence. Like, hey, yo, you guys, I'm gonna go to Burger King or something. Don't finish the movie while I'm gone. And they finished the movie while he was gone. Like, that's what it felt like to me. But I'm not a professional film critic. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. So yeah, beginning, middle, awesome. Towards the end, it started kind of dying out a little bit. But the way they ended it was good. I like the way they ended. I'm not going to say how it ends for spoilers. Like, I might discuss a couple scenes in the movie, but I won't go too in depth. And so yeah, so beginning, middle, great. It's just a great setup and a great storytelling. And then towards the end, when we get to the last act, it kind of starts falling apart a little bit. Let me go ahead and talk about the actors. Let's see. The best performance in the movie has got to be Jason Mitchell as Eazy-E. Oh my god, he was so perfect for that role. He did it so perfectly. It was fucking Paul Giamatti is in this movie. Paul Giamatti is one of the best actors in our time right now. And I mean that like literally. This isn't my opinion. If you don't think Paul Giamatti is a good actor, you're fucking retarded. But anyway, Jason Mitchell outshined Paul Giamatti. That's how awesome Jason Mitchell was. Jason Mitchell, dude, props to you. There's an Oscar in your future, man. Seriously, you're gonna go far in this industry. You're a hell of a performer. The dark horse, in my opinion, was O'Shea Jackson Jr. When I first heard that Ice Cube's son was going to play Ice Cube, my first thought was, oh, Daddy got him in, because Ice Cube was a producer on the film, and I was thinking, oh, he just wanted his son to play him, and blah blah blah, and that was it. And I did not expect much from from Jackson Jr., O'Shea Jackson Jr. But he played his dad so well. He is also, I wouldn't say he's a great and amazing actor, but O'Shea Jackson Jr., you're a good actor. Keep at it. Come out in more films, and there is success and an Oscar in your future too, man. What the fuck happened? In my notes right here. Son of a bitch, I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, O'Shea Jackson Jr., he delivered a stellar performance. Definitely my second favorite performance in this film. First being Jason Mitchell, and sorry about this, you guys. What the fuck? And Corey Hawkins is Dr. Dre. He was perfect as Dre, honestly. Like, the casting for this movie was so spot on. Like, these guys not only look like the people they're portraying, but they are stellar performers. Something's going on outside. My dogs are going a little crazy. But yeah, a hell of a performance from those four guys. Paul Giamatti, great performance as usual. I don't think he's ever been bad in the movie but Spider-Man 2 doesn't count. Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 doesn't count because they did not. That shit was just, hey Paul, go up and act stupid. That was what they told him in my mind, because they did not use Paul Giamatti well at all. And Paul Giamatti, he can't save everything he's in. He's like, act stupid. Okay, fine, I guess I could do that shit. And he was like, and whatever the fuck he was doing in that movie, but I don't count it. But Paul Giamatti is great in pretty much everything he's in. Everybody was so spot on. It was just, it was a great movie. Like, every performance was awesome. Now let's see what else. One thing that I kind of disagreed with was I did not like the sugarcoating. I knew when I heard that Dre and Ice Cube were involved in the production of the film, I knew that they were going to cover some stuff up. And this might be a little unpopular to say, but Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, these guys, they came out of the hood, man. They came out of Compton. It was their selling point when they came out with the N.W.A. and they popularized gangsta rap and West Coast rap. They did not have the best of lives. Like, when you live, I know I probably don't look it, I know I probably don't speak it, but I did come out the ghetto too, man. I was born in LA. I think we lived in Compton for a while. I was really young then. I was like 5. And then they moved us out here to the Inland Empire, and we were in San Bernardino. Fucking ghetto place, dude. I was like there till like I was 8. House kept getting broken into. They constantly stealing our cars. Fucking drunks and addicts everywhere. I know I've seen some shit, man. And you know, finally, we don't live in the ghetto anymore, but I remember all this shit, you know? I've seen some of the stuff that these guys have seen, you know, all the unsavory parts and all of that, and as much as I love these guys were pretty hardcore, dude. They were badasses. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I remember way a while back, after Ice Cube left N.W.A. and he did that interview. I forget who it was, but he talked to a woman. And Dr. Dre was pissed off at the woman or something like that, and he beat the shit out of her. Okay, so obviously these guys, they do have a bit of a violent streak. They're hardcore, man. They came out of fucking Compton. You gotta be tough in those places. And they were tough. And in the movie, like, there's a scene where something violent is happening, and Dr. Dre, he's like, oh no, don't do that. Like, he was like pleading at this person, please, no more violence, it's okay. And I'm like, Dr. Dre wouldn't do that shit, you know? Dr. Dre, like I said, he was hard, he was tough. He'd either fight the guy or he'd help the guy and beat up the other guy, you know? That's the way these guys were for a long time. I've seen things like that before, you know? I've seen people get beat up, and it's just, you gotta be tough. And these guys were tough. And one of the best lines in the movie, our art is a reflection of our reality. Like, people were criticizing the group for you guys are glamorizing drugs. You guys are glamorizing drug addiction, gang violence, and all that. And he's like, well, we rap about what we know. What we do is what we know. And what do you call it? These guys, what they know is violence and you know, music. They know music, obviously. They overcame because of their music, but like, you know, they sugarcoated some stuff in the movie. That's, fuck, man, I spent a lot of time on that shit. They sugarcoated a lot of stuff in the movie. Let's see, they talk about their lives a little bit, you know, what made them what they were, and like I said, this movie was just, it was so well put together, at least until the end. The actors delivered stellar performances. The story was, well, yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, the movie was well done. Towards the end, it kind of fell apart a little bit, but it wasn't totally bad. And the actors delivered stellar performances. The story kept true for the most part about the group and everything. Like I said, they did sugarcoat some stuff, but overall, this was a hell of a fucking movie. I swear to God, this movie was awesome. Go watch it, honestly. It's got everything. It has drama, because there was a shit ton of drama going on. You see police brutality. They talk about the beating of Rodney King and how how they participated in that. Like, they were vocal on the subject. And I don't know if you guys heard this. I thought it was hilarious, but apparently the LAPD said that Straight Outta Compton portrays the LAPD in a bad light, and they're like using actual footage from the Rodney King beating. They're using actual footage from like the way the police brutality and all that. It's like, you can't say that they're portraying you in a bad light when they're using original footage. What the fuck? But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was a little funny, and I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Honestly, this movie was gonna be a 9.5. For the first 2 hours, for the first hour and 45 minutes, I was thinking this movie is gonna be my favorite movie of the year, even beating out Age of Ultron. But when it kind of fell apart towards the end, it kind of got a little jumbled, and you know, it got a little weird at the end. It did knock it down a few pegs, and so instead of a 9.5, I got to give it an 8. I might go as far to say an 8.5, but right now I still need to think about it a lot more. So right now, this movie is a solid 8. That's a B+ if you do letters. It's an awesome-tacular if you're Jeremy Johns. I think it's like 3.5 out of 4 schmoes if you follow Schmoes Know. Go watch it. That's if you're gonna take anything from this review, my reaction to the film, go fucking watch this movie. You will not regret it. Go watch this fucking movie. It was awesome. So that's it for my review, for my thoughts on the film. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.
Yeah.